If you're a business owner and you've ever wondered, are ads right for me? This is the last video you're ever gonna need to watch. Actually, I'm making this at the very end of 2025 because my goal is to set up small business owners in 2026 with the tools and resources they need to grow their business. My name is Becht. I run CBC Agency. We opened in July and we're doing $70,000 a month in revenue, and it's only growing from there, which I'm super excited about and I could not be more grateful for. My goal for this video, this is my takeaway. This is what I want you to gain from watching this today. I want you to be able to see this piece of content and understand, oh, I can run ads for my business. This is why I should do it. This is the return I maybe could expect. And this is the process. So there's none of that takeout or confusion that you might wonder. Because a lot of the time there is that, I don't understand what's going on. You pay a marketing agency, in full transparency, I own a marketing agency. I run ads for clients. We're going to talk about some of those success stories today in this video. So let's jump right in. First off, I want to talk about some of the success stories. So I had one guy who put about $1,000 in ad spend, and he's probably going to gross about 30,000. That in itself is a crazy win. Now, here is the instance. He has a free offer, a great offer. Hey, use my thing for free, because he makes all of his money on the back end. So technically he has a loss leader. He eats $500, but makes $10,000 off a client. So note that for this. And since then, we've had a lot of clients get a pretty consistent, for my own businesses, a 5-10x on ROAS. I could put in $500 and get out 3,000, which is awesome. Now, when you hear the word ROAS, what does ROAS mean? ROAS means return on ad spend. So if I put in $1, how much do I make back? Now, something that a lot of people don't actually consider when they go into all of this is, what are all of my expenses when it comes to marketing? So I have my CRM, I have the actual ad spend, and I have the fees for any softwares, and I have the fee for the actual company, something like that. How my company works, it's a flat fee. I don't do a percentage of ad spend. So if you're spending $500 a month, $3,000 a month, $30,000 a month, it's a flat fee. It's not going to change. That's how I like to do it. You will encounter different structures. It will typically be either flat fee plus a percentage of ad spend, just flat fee, or just a percentage of ad spend. It really just varies. So if you're a small business owner right now and you're watching this and you're like, well, I've never ran ads, but I'm kind of interested, and that's what brought you to this video, then here's where you're probably at. You're probably at the point right now where you're having customers, but they all just through word of mouth, and you're curious, could I scale more? You're curious, is there more out there? And if I put in this money, is it actually gonna get me money back? So let's walk through that process of what this is actually gonna look like. So you need to first, before you even put any money into ad spend, is figure out, what is my offer? Now, when working with a marketing agency, you can consult with somebody. That's what I do with my clients, is I consult with them to build out that offer, but it could be literally anything. So let's take, for example, Restore Up Wellness, Orange Theory, some other popular franchises that people use. They will have a 7-day pass or a week-long pass for $49. It's like an intro level thing to get them in the door. They probably eat that money. They probably lose money on that initial offer. Then you have other offers, like it's a buy one, get one free IV drip. So really it's just 2 IV drips at half off or something like that. But you buy one, get one free. So let's say if their cost of delivery is probably $100, $200, they can make $150. They still are net positive, but that's where we need to come into your offer. And the thing is, if we don't have a lot of people engaging with your ads, the offer isn't good enough. It's not interesting in the market. Because here's the thing about ads in 2026. Ads in 2026, especially meta ads, the content is what's valuable. It's the messaging. It's not the media buying. That's actually the easiest part. The hardest part is making all the creative, testing everything out, figuring out what does well. It's the mental bandwidth behind it. So back to what we were getting at here. We have this business owner, we have you wanting to make ads, wanting to grow their business through this thing, because you want to put in money and get money out. Like that's all we're talking about. I want to put in money and I want to get money out. You need to figure out your offer. So whatever that is, if you have a construction business, it can be a free consultation. It could be literally anything, but you need to have an offer, and you need to have a few different offers. You need to try them out, because if you have 3 offers, the first one sucks. Or for example, if you have only one offer and the one sucks, then you're kind of like, oh, I got to go to the drawing board and make a new offer. Have some offers ready. Have 3, 4, 5 offers ready and run like 1 or 2 at a time. Note, if you have 5 offers running at once, it's going to cost you a lot. You just got to put a lot more money into the ad spend, because each offer is going to need its own creative and A/B testing, and it's different captions and everything of that nature. We'll get more into that later in the video, but you need the offer. And just think about first-time customer. What would you give to a first-time customer? What could you relay to your existing customers? You can even ask them, hey, what's an offer that you'd be like, I would want to engage with that? Like that would really draw me in. because your current clientele are your ideal clientele. Like those are the people you want to sell to because they've already bought from you. And there's even a level up. There's the people that already buy from you, and there's the people that buy from you that you love. That you're like, I want 1,000 of you. I want all of you. So how do I get more of you? Ask them questions, get ideas, and figure out what drew them to you. And you can reverse engineer that for your marketing play, for your meta ad. So that's a big point in this front. So now we figured out our offer. This is step one, figure out the offer. Step two, creative. Who's gonna make the creative? Who's gonna film it? Who's gonna shoot it? Who's gonna edit it? These are all the questions you gotta ask yourself. And if it's you, great. You're a skinny team and you can get this done really quickly. And if you don't have someone who can jump on camera, you better find somebody, because that's a big part, is having a personality behind the ads to grow. And when you push these ads out and put money behind it, you also get all that, paid reach, paid eyes on your content. That grows your brand. So now your brand is growing. So if you want to be a personal brand, like with me, I use my Cameron Becht brand to sell, to grow, to leverage in a lot of the conversations I have. Running ads with my face on it actually benefits my company more, because that's what ends up growing. Now, there's a lot of conversations does that scale a brand? What if you're a faceless brand like Crumble or something like that? Still have a brand. Still have a personal brand. It's going to help you more in the long run. I guarantee it, I promise. So we have to shoot the videos. Now you might think, well, you have all these fancy lights and stuff set up. Like I have a light here, and 2 cameras and a bunch of wires going to a soundboard, get this nice clean audio. You don't need that. You can definitely use your iPhone. You can do your iPhone. You can even ask your customers to make ads for you, and you have to do market research. So market research is something I want to get into next. Especially editing videos. You can find a lot of people that edit videos. That's the most important part. The most important part is the verbiage, the energy, everything else behind the ad. So where are we going to find these ads? Or where are we going to find the creative, the ideas? Here's what I would do. This is what I do, and this is what works well. Do some market research. There is a website called Foreplay, and it's a really weird name for an ad website, but Foreplay allows you to basically spy on the entire market. You can enter in a keyword like plumbing, you can enter in a keyword like roofing, and it tells you every ad running right now on Meta and Instagram. That's both Instagram, Facebook. So you can look at them. So you can be like, okay, what are the best ads running right now? And when we qualify best, I would say longest running, because a long running ad, an ad's been run for a year, is doing well, because that means the company has decided, after every revision, to be like, we're keeping this because it's giving us the ROI. That's how we decide your creative. So we do the research. We figure out, okay, I'm a roofing company and I want to do ads. I want to run ads because I want to get more clients for roofing. We're going to go to Foreplay, look up roofing, and then we're going to go to Instagram, look up roofing. We're going to go to every major social media platform and search up the keyword roofing repair, anything of that nature. What are the keywords that your clients are researching themselves that they'd be engaging with? You're going to find the best performing content and the longest performing content. So for ads, you're going to find the longest running ads, and for the content, you're going to find the best performing content. And when you get those two things together, a really, really well performing piece of content and a really, really long standing ad, you're going to then recreate it. Now, how do you recreate an ad? You just recreate it. You steal like an artist. So that means if someone says something one way, you say it the same way, but you just change it. So you keep the same structure, you keep the same framework, but then you put in your own twist to make it more you. Maybe you're more of a humor guy. Maybe you're more stoic. Maybe you're more feminine in your marketing. You just make it towards your brand. You change it around. And this has been going on for hundreds of thousands of years. Human beings are kind of made to steal ideas. And nothing's really original anymore because everything's kind of been done to an extent. It's just which way do you decide to take it? So don't let the ego get out of I don't want to copy them, it doesn't feel right. And let it go towards, I want results. Because that's what you want. If you're watching this video, if you're a business owner, I want to make money. That's the goal. I want money. I want to grow. And not because you need the money, but because I just want to win the game. That's how I am. I just want to win the game of business. I just want to keep progressing in the game of business. So that's how we find out the creative. Now, what this looks like even more is that you have Foreplay, you do this research, you have all your organic channels, you do the research, you enter in the keywords, you find the videos, you can enter that onto a Google Sheet, you can save it in Foreplay. Foreplay has a great way to save all that. There's another website called sandcastles.ai. This website allows you to transcribe videos and remix the script. So when I said your own spend, you can remix the script, change it up a little bit with AI, and have a large database of content. So now we have the offer and we have the creative, which is really, really important. The offer, if you're a roofing company, free inspection, X amount off your roof repair, call out certain pain points, and we'll get into that as well. But we have the ideas, And now we have the creative. Now you think, where am I going to shoot it? Where am I going to edit it? So my company can edit it. We can shoot it. If you're in Louisville, Kentucky, we can do all that for you. Or if you're not, you just need editors, you can send it off to us, we can do it. If not, you just got to find an editor. You can find them on Facebook groups. You can find them on Instagram. It's a process, but you can find one. They're kind of available everywhere, but it's a lot of churn and burn. I've gone through maybe 25 different editors to find one that I'm like, all right, it works. And it's still not perfect because there's always going to be improvements made, communication-wise, process-wise. That's where a lot of this comes. So we have offer, we have creative. Now what's next? Next is understanding your demographic. I would say there's a lot of psychology that goes into this because we're not only going into just the placing ads. And notice this, we're talking about ads, we're talking about making money, and I haven't even gotten to media buying. I haven't even gotten into like the placements and all the nitty gritty zip code stuff. So that's how high level this is. This is all just that before we're even getting into it. So next we go into pain points. So an ad is meant to call someone out in a state of pain. Or, here's the thing. People are always running towards something or running away from something. They're running away from their past or they're running towards money. They're running to a goal. And that's what you want to call out. So if you're a fitness program, it would be like, are you a single mom looking to lose 30 pounds in the next 60 days? I called out those 3 demographics, mom, single, you want to lose weight. Those are pains. And those are common pain points that maybe that person in that area is experiencing. So you need to understand for roofing, if you're a roofing company, if you want to avoid, paying $100,000 in water damage, you could come have a free inspection from us and we could bypass that. So it's fear. You can kind of use fear as a selling tool, which it's fine. Fear is innate and built into human beings. So I think leveraging it isn't wrong morally. Fear is just something to bring awareness. I mean, especially because if someone doesn't know that something is hurting them, like if someone's eating, junk food 24/7, doesn't know that it's killing them slowly, you then inform them, hey, this is not great. They didn't know, but now that fear can cause an action and that action can actually make their life better. So let's think about it like that. How can we use fear as a good thing? How can we use fear as a tool to help someone really grow, to help them progress as a person? And then it's a good thing. They're using fear in a positive light, which most people don't think about fear being in a positive light. And these are all things that are gonna come into the copy of the ad, the things that you actually say, like right now, like me here, making an ad, I would make that call point. So it's the first thing I do in the first 5 seconds. Are you a single mom looking to lose 30 pounds in the next 30 days? Kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit. But like, yeah, that is me. And then you have a call to action at the end, a CTA. That's what that stands for, call to action. And you're say, great, if this is you and you really want to lose 30 pounds in the next 30 days, I've done this with 500 other people. I'd love for you to be one of them because I'm really passionate about this thing. All you have to do is click the button below, fill out a consultation, we'll jump on a call. It's not gonna cost you anything. I just really want to figure out if I can help you and be the gateway to you reaching your goals. Now, something else to even note there, when I speak, I might speak at above a 5th grade reading level sometimes, maybe I don't really know. You wanna write everything through a 5th grade reading level. No matter if you're selling to rich people, I don't care. There are a lot of successful people out there who still are reading at a 5th grade reading level. So just note that. You can be rich and successful and not be traditionally smart. So you wanna sell to everybody, because here's my thing. Are you gonna say no to someone giving you $20,000 if they can't read above 5th grade reading level? No, you're gonna take the 50 grand. You don't care if they can read that, but you wanna make content that's so accessible to everybody that they understand it. Now, you also wanna make content that isn't filled with jargon. So if you have a lot of inspection, like whatever words you have, like for me, ROI, CTA, CAC, like all these words I can just throw out from marketing terms, I want to break it down into more digestible terms. So instead of saying ROAS, I could say, do you want to put in $1 and get $10 back? That makes sense. I can get that. I can get behind that. Let's say for weight loss, instead of like mumbo jumbo around other things, you could say, do you want to finally have the body you've always wanted? Do you want to look in the mirror and not hate yourself? Attacking the pain points, attacking the want, the need, the desire. That's what we're saying inside of these ads. And let me just remind you guys where we're at in this process so far. So we have we have the creative, we have the actual video content, we have the offer, we have the mentality behind it. We have all of these things right now that we're thinking about building out an ad campaign to make you money. We're still not to the actual thing yet. So let's keep going. So now you have an understanding of what am I gonna say? How am I gonna say it? Who am I gonna call out? What are the pain points? What are the things? Now we move on to the next step. So we have set up a Google Drive link. And this is the organization point's really important here, is that you want to keep all of your assets in one place. You want to have something you can maybe track, like a task management system. I would say maybe Trello is what I work in my company, and I like it a lot. And Trello just means I can have, hey, these are the 20 things I need done. And I have these different columns. Column 1 is things to do. Column 2, in progress. Column 3, completed. Column 4, issues that are waiting on another party, waiting on something else to progress the system. And you have that out, and you list out everything you need to do, and you keep chipping away. So you put all of your scripts in one place. You script out all the content. Say, hey, I'm going to say it like this. You script it out, and then you have. I do video editing references. So let's say if I shoot a video and I want it to look a certain way, I will then copy and paste the link to that video in my Google Docs sheet, whatever it is. So I can be like, all right, I'm going to say it like this. It's going to be edited like this, and the script was this. And here's the important part, is that I can then look back and be like, all right, this did or didn't work. And then I can think even more, what about this worked? What about this script? What about this editing style? Because when we're creating something like this, it's not just one part. It wasn't just a good hook. It wasn't just a good edit. It wasn't all that. It's all of them working together. So you had a cohesive narrative of everything working together, which then in turn made a great piece of content that then made you money. So again, I just want to remind us, the goal of everything here is to make you money. We want to make a lot of money based off these ads. And we want to make sure that we put in money. If I put in $1, I get my money back, and it's going to work well for me. That there's a system in place to figure out that maybe I don't have a good system right now. Maybe I need to keep trying a little longer. Now, a lot of business owners get discouraged because they try running ads and they do it for, a month or two, and they're like, well, I didn't get any return. Here's my analogy for this. Do you go to the gym for a month and expect a lot of return? Do you have a relationship for 1 month and expect a super great foundation, just get ready to get married right away? No. You're making a big decision here. With running ads, you're deciding that I'm going to take control of my lead flow, that I'm going to take control of my business, and I'm the person in charge of my cash flow. So I could pull my lever, I could put in $10,000 in marketing, and I can really blow up my business. Like, that's the lever you're ready to pull. So that's why you want to think about this in that manner of, it's going to be an investment and it could take time. And people wait, 10, 20 years to get 20, 30% back on their investment all the time. I mean, real estate's kind of that matter. It takes a long time to get an ROI, and ads are an immediate ROI. So let's keep that same patience in this world. Because you need to set expectations of yourself, like as a business owner, that this might take some time. For example, I ran an ad for my podcast studio, the place I'm in right now. I had someone who filled out a form month 1, the first month of running ads. They didn't answer. 3 months later, they call me back, and they're now, their LTV as a client might be about $10,000 off like $500 on ad spend. That's great. I would do that every day, but I have to keep running ads because you have to keep reminding people you're there. Because, and here's the little gritty thing about ads is that, let's say I run an ad for somebody. We're posted a video, and it's now being forcefully shown to people. They see it one time, they're like, whatever. See it twice, like, interesting. See it 3, 4, 5 times. And you can control that. You can control that lever of how many times I want the same person to see my content before we move on to somebody else. That's a part of the system. And that's something you don't even think about that much, because if you make great content, then they're going to want to engage the first time. But it's just something to be mindful of, is that you can manipulate those levers in order to give you a better ROI on your stuff. So let's get a little bit more into targeting and demographics for these ads. So let's say, the videos, how to find the videos, how to shoot the videos, hire someone else to edit them. Just, you can go to Fiverr, you can hire me, whoever you want to hire. I really don't care. Hire someone to edit for you. If you're busy, if you're not busy, learn these skills. It makes you more valuable. A person in general, more skills is typically better as an individual. So let's get into targeting. So when you run ads, they're going to be on Meta, which means Instagram and Facebook. This whole video is only about Instagram and Facebook. That is all we are talking about. So they go on there, and they're going to go on in feed. So if you're scrolling, it's going to be shown in there. They're going to go on people's stories. So if you go scrolling through a story, it'll pop up there. It'll be in the Reels tab. If you're going through Reels, be in there. So it'll be in all these different formats, and it'll look different. So that's an important thing there. Of when you format these things, you want to do it. Now, when I run ads, I like to have static and video creative, both. Sometimes my static creative does great. Sometimes my static creative will give me 30 leads, and my video creative will give me 5, but I convert on the video at a higher amount than I do the static. But the static lead flow, let's say if I have a picture and it gets me 30 leads, I have a slower conversion rate where it's month 1 converts 1, month 2 converts 1, month 3 converts 1, but the video had a higher conversion up front. So think about all these metrics of like, what are the actions people are taking when they click on my ad, when they engage, and what's that process like? What's the whole life cycle of this person when they engage with this ad that they can then move on from to keep, just keep being interested in the product. Now let's go into targeting. So you want to have an ads dashboard. This is a big part for this. So a dashboard is a place where you can see everything. Like imagine a bird's eye view of your army working and doing everything. So this video is over here, that video is over here, this picture's over here, and this picture's here. This picture's gotten me 10 leads. 10 of the leads are girls, and they're from the age of 35 to 40. You want all this info because you need to then view this info to make educated decisions on what's going to happen next. Meaning that I can understand that running this creative, I'm getting validated by the market. I have people telling me what they like and what they don't like. And I'm gonna listen to them because I don't have a big ego and I want to get a better product. I want to make more sales. So I listen to them. I figure out, okay, I am seeing that I am converting women in their 50s in this zip code. I'm now gonna put more ad spend into just that area because it's working really well. I'm now going to put more effort into just that area. So think about, same thing with marketing or anything else in your life. If you do something like, oh, this works really well, you want to double down on that. But you won't know that if you don't have a reporting dashboard that you can then make decisions on, that you can then be like, oh, I want to do this on this thing. So make sure that's a thing. Now, I feel like maybe jumped the gun a little bit. We have to come back a step or two. CRM. A CRM stands for Client Relation Manager. That's what I got to figure out. And that's going to have a sales pipeline. And a sales pipeline is similar to what we talked about with Trello. You have these 10 columns, these 10 little pillars, and each pillar has different action points. So I have typically new lead, contacted, interested, appointment set, or sale made, and then canceled or not interested. Typically what my pipeline looks like, something around that. And whenever someone clicks a button, just so you can walk through it, they click a button on social media. Because you have a CTA, they have that call to action in the video. They click the button and then it auto-populates their info and you can manipulate some of those forms. It can bring them to a landing page or it's an in-lead meta form. I recommend in-lead meta forms because they have a higher conversion rate. What does in-lead meta form mean? In-lead meta form means that it is Meta's, it's the platform, it's the social media account, it's Instagram's built-in system for getting information, which means that if someone already has information populated on their account, it autofills. It's less work for the customer to claim your product. And we'll get into something about that in a second, but that's where your CRM is going to come in. So someone claims your product, they click the button, they fill out the information. What happens next? Well, you want the client to have a next step. You want them to be prompted to do something. So you want to text and email them. And that's about a 10 to 20 day sequence of just hell. Like, hey, every day, text and email. You did this thing. Are you ready? Now, when it comes to writing the actual copy for these things and the actual text and emails themselves, you can work with an agency like mine. You can ask ChatGPT. You can do a lot of things, but you want to test it and you'll eventually figure out that like, oh, this verbiage for my clientele works well. I'm just going to stick to it because I like it and it does the thing. So that's where I typically go with it. And that's where I've stuck with it, but you're going to need to build that out. Now, I love a CRM called Refriser. My go-to, it's easy, it does a thing. I don't want complicated. I want simple because I want to be able to fix it quickly and I want to be able to just do my job. I don't want to worry about all these buttons and if I push something or something goes wrong, I have to call tech support. I like speed. I'm a big speed guy. So I want to be able to fix it fast like this and be done. So there's Refriser. Popular ones also go high level. There's a lot of options on there. You get to decide whatever CRM works for you, but you want to make sure that it can have a sequence where they get funneled into a Google Sheet. You can use Zapier, which Zapier is a integration tool. It's super simple. There's also hundreds of thousands of videos online about Zapier and what it does. So you have Google Sheet, you have this connector, Zapier, and that connects you to your CRM. So have that flow there. And then your CRM is prompted every time a new column is generated in the Google Sheet. So every time something happens or an action's taken, your CRM goes, oh, I need to do something. And you then send a sequence of emails and text to the person that claimed the offer. And typically you want to prompt them to claim the offer. Now, while that is happening, you want to also have some kind of like lead nurture sequence. That means you have direct call to actions of like, hey, do this thing, you claim this, take an action, to get them to do an action that's going to get them closer to a sale. And then also just free value. Giving free value is very important of, here's an email about, let's say if you're doing a follow-up sequence for a personal trainer, they claim the offer. And then next up, they're going to get like, hey, here's a free cookbook for everyone who subscribes to my mail list, or here's 5 recipes that I found that are that taste really well, they're high protein and low fat, like things like that. So you have your direct action and you have that. This might sound like a lot. It's because it is a lot. It's not easy to be great at something like this, and it takes a lot of work. People have companies that have full-time staff that probably cost them $500,000 a year just for staffing to run ads for their business. That is something that is very important for you to realize, is that this is a very strenuous process, and it should be hard. It shouldn't be easy, it should be hard, because if you're going to do something extraordinary, if you're going to do something that most people can't do, it's gonna sting a little bit. It's gonna be drive you a little crazy, but that's good. So you're on the right track if you're like, this feels like a lot and I don't really know what's next. So you learn CRMs. You have to learn how to make an automated text and email sequence to then lead all of your clients. You gotta carry their hand. Like, let's say you gotta help the old lady cross the street. She doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't understand what's happening. She may feels a little lost. You're holding their hand through the entire process. And not that you don't think they're competent, but they need the help, because maybe they have a lot going on in their life, and they're not free to be like, let me just learn all about this thing and just be super interested. They're like, I need to be reminded, I need to be prompted so I can keep doing this thing, because it is the goal I want. I did click the button originally, so I need a reminder. I do. Now, let me not forget one of the most important parts. As second a lead fills out information and then prompts you that, hey, you have a new lead, a new whatever, make sure that's set up, by the way, call them. Call them within the first 5 minutes if you can. Hire somebody in your company to then be the call person to call your lead. So they're, because when someone claims something, they're at a higher interest to convert. They're more likely to make a sale, to take an action, because that's, I want to do it. They say yes. Okay, do the next thing with them. They already agreed to it. What's next? Don't make it hard for them to buy from you. Make it as easy as possible for them to buy from you and spend money with you. That is your goal. And be fast. Be really fast with it. So recap. We've gone over creative, we've gone over ideas, we've gone over scripting, we've gone over processes, we've gone over formats, and we've gone over CRM. Now more like actual nitty-gritty media buying stuff. So this is where it gets complicated, because running ads on Meta isn't super user-friendly. It's kind of a pain in the butt. I don't do it myself. I have a team that does it for me. Have a team that does it for you. You as a business owner are not going to make more money understanding all the nitty-gritty of ads like that. Like, you need to understand creative. You need to understand really good creative and how to direct a ship, how to steer a ship. You need people that can be the implementation, that can be the doing, and you need to be the idea. Or you hire on a partner that can do a lot of the ideas. You don't want to worry about, you're like, hey, I can throw money at it. I want to make a machine. Do the thing, please. But it's good for you to still understand the high level process. So with you can target zip codes, you can target income streams, you can target if they own a home. There's so many different targeting metrics. When you partner with somebody and ask you, hey, what are all the criteria I can target? Ask them for that. And then you decide it. You get to input the things that you like. And they'll tell you, don't spend all of your time learning the actual nitty-gritty of Meta. You can, it'll save you some money. It will take a lot of time, because you'll have to go in, you'll have to manage the ad account, you'll have to, enable, disable ads. I don't know if it's always worth your time as a business owner, because we want to think about, I want to make a machine that gives me a high ROI. I don't want another job, which is really important. I kept trying to learn ads. I really did. And it's just not worth it. It's honestly a higher leverage idea for me to get really good at the creative, really good at the content, than it is actually learning how to run the ads. So something for you to note, don't spend all of your time running ads. Spend your time getting really good at creative, and the money will come, guaranteed. So if you're a small business owner and you're watching this video and you're like, hey, I want to start running ads for my business, you can actually click the description of this YouTube video. I have some kind of call to action. I'm thinking it might do my email or my cell, one of the two. You'll be able to get in contact with me. And if you want to have a consultation, be like, hey, maybe I want to work with you. Maybe I just have more questions, whatever that is. I'm happy to jump on a call and kind of see what next steps would be. And if not, I want to keep making videos, and let me know, where could I have been more clear? Where do you want a video like, hey, I just want a whole video on CRMs. I just want a whole video on creative. I just want a whole video on this. This was a high level. This was a roadmap of sense to be like, this is how we're going to get from point A to point B. And I'm happy to expand on ideas. I'm happy to make it clear for you to understand so you can keep making more money. Like I said, my goal is to empower business owners to make more money, to get all the tools they need to be like, oh, I didn't know it was a thing, or I didn't understand it was that easy, or I didn't know it was even possible. That's my goal. Answer all those questions. Be like, yeah, it is possible. You can do it. Be a yes man to an extent. So thank you for watching the video. If you found any value here today, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. It helps out tons. The more people that see this video, the more people that see my content get helped. because I'm here to help them. And of course, I'm a sales guy. I love making sales, but also I literally give away everything I do for free, like my whole process and everything. There is no secret to anything. I just sell the implementation, which most businesses do. So thank you for watching the video, and see you guys in the next one.